Hello guys, today in this live stream we will be fetching the current temperature and wind speed of the current city in the world. So you can input any city inside this application. So you can see this is the interface of the application. So here you can enter any city of the world and click on the submit button, and then it will display the information about that city, the current temperature and the wind speed, and all this data we will be fetching using the OpenWeatherMap API. So basically, if you enter any sort of city, let's suppose I write Delhi here and click submit. So now you will see weather of Delhi, sky conditions is temperature 24 degrees Celsius, wind speed is 1.4 kilometer. So in this way, you can enter any city here. Let me enter Christchurch. Click submit, and now you can see weather of Christchurch, sky conditions, overcast, clouds, temperature, and wind speed. So two people are watching the stream, guys. So in this stream, we are building this awesome little weather app where we will be fetching the current temperature and wind speed using the Open Weather API. And if you are watching it for the very first time, then please hit the like button, subscribe the channel, and we will be building this inside HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So if you write a wrong city name, then it will tell you that you have entered wrong city name. And this is the application. So we will try to build it from scratch. So for this, we are using OpenWeatherMap API. So simply create an account inside this and create your own API key. So inside your dashboard, so basically inside the dashboard, you will find your API key. So let me go to my dashboard here, my API key section. So here, this is will be your API key. Simply copy this, and we will be using this API key. And for the endpoint is pretty easy. In order to fetch all this information that you are seeing right here, if I enter any sort of city here, click on submit. So all this information that you are seeing, which is sky condition, temperature, and wind speed, this can be fetched using a URL, which is HTTPS. This will be a API call, simple API call, HTTPS. And simply here we need to write here api.openweathermap and .org/data and 2.5/2.5 slash, and then we need to hit this endpoint, which is slash weather question mark q is equal to, then followed by the city name. I will pass here Delhi, and then you need to provide your API key. And here's, so API key is provided using app ID variable, app ID is equal to, and after that you provide your API key. So simply I will copy paste this API key and paste it. So if I hit this endpoint, you will see this will return me this JSON response, which will have this coordinate, longitude, latitude, which will have this main haze description icon. This is the temperature. You will see that minimum, maximum, pressure, humidity, all this stuff you want to print out, visibility, wind speed, degree, clouds. So a lot of information is returned to you. So you just need to pinpoint which information you want to display it inside the application. So we will be displaying this temperature, and we will be displaying the wind speed. So wind speed is there. You can see wind speed 1.4, which is degree also. So let's start building this application, guys. So for building it, we will have a simple index.html file here, and inside this we will change the title of the application, that weather app in a JavaScript. So for building this, guys, we will first of all write the basic structure of we will have a div which will have a container fluid class, fluid class, and inside this we will have a section which will have a class of main, and inside this we will have another section which will have a class of inputs. So if you are facing any sort of problem, you can ask question in the comment section. So here we will have a input field, so we can give a placeholder to it. So here we will say to the user that enter any city to get the temperature and wind speed, all this information. So we will be attaching a ID parameter to it. So if you see here, we will be attaching a ID parameter which will be city dash input. So dash is not there, just the city input. So after this, we will have a submit button. So right here after this, we will have input type will be submit, and the value will be simply submit, and we will be giving a ID to it of add. That's it. And that's it. Yeah, that's it. ID we have given, and also we need to give it a, after this we will have a simple button also. So the label of the button placeholder will be simply, if you see placeholder, let me assign a placeholder, will be submit, and we will also be giving it a ID of add. That's it. So this is your section here. If I open this now, you will see that simple input field will be there and a submit button. And so after this, we will have another section here. So here we will display the information. So we will give it a class to it of display. Inside this section, we need to display the information. So first we will have a div which will have a class of wrapper, and first we will, this will be the h2 tag, and here we will give the ID to it, which will be city output. So here inside this h2 tag we will display the city, and then we will have a paragraph which will have a ID of description. So here we will put the description of the situation in that area, and then we will have ID for the temperature, and also paragraph which will be holding the wind information. That's it. So this is all I think is required for the HTML part. Now we will try to make the JavaScript. So script.js, that's it. And at last we will style the application whenever all the application is complete. So 4 people are watching the stream, guys. So in this application we are building a weather finder kind of application where we will get the wind and the temperature of the city. So first of all, we need to get the input variable reference. So we can get this using document.query selector, and here we need to put the ID which is city input. 6 people are watching the stream, guys. So first of all, hit the like button, subscribe the channel. So we can get the reference to the button by query selector add. We have given this ID to the button, and also we will get the reference document.query selector, which is a city output, and also we will get the temperature temp, which is document.query selector temperature, and also the wind document.query selector wind, and lastly for description document.query selector For the description, we have given an ID to it of description. That's it. So now we have got all the references that we wanted. So just make it as description IP. That's it, description. So now we need to set our API key, guys. So for setting the API key, I will say const API key. So this will be constant. So here you just need to go to your dashboard, which is members area. Simply copy paste your API key and paste this API key right here. So this will be constant, and after this you need to bind a event listeners to the button that you got. So button dot add event listener. So when you click this button, this function will automatically trigger, which is inside this we will make the fetch request. So you can just have a alert box saying hi. Let me check if it is working or not. So if I launch this application, if I click the submit button, you will see hi is printed out. So definitely the code is working. Right here we need to make the fetch request. So making the fetch request, we will use the fetch method, and inside this we will pass the same URL, which was https slash api dot openweathermap dot org slash data slash 2.5 slash, and after that we have weather question mark q is equal to, so whatever is the city that the user has entered, this will be input val dot value. That's it. And after that we need to concatenate the API key, which is we can do this using the app ID parameter. App ID is equal to, we will concatenate our API key. That's it. So after this, this returns a promise. The fetch, as you know, we can handle the promise through dot then, which returns the response for us. So inside this, first of all, we need to convert the response to JSON. So we can say response.json. That's it. So this will convert the response to JSON, and once again it will return a promise holding the data for us. So here we can console log the data like this. So this is, let me see if if it is returning the data. So let me open this and inspect element and go to console. So here if I enter a city, Delhi, click on submit, and now you can see that, guys, it is returning some data here. This is JSON data, and you can see all this information is returned to us, which is the temperature, humidity, pressure, wind. Also, if you see the wind, you can see this is the wind speed that we need to display. You can display all this information on the screen if you want to. So now we need to display this information. We are getting this information, so for displaying it, we will one by one start displaying it. So first of all, we will get the values. So name val, we will store this data, whatever is the city name, we will store this inside this variable. We will store the description inside this description variable, which will be, we can access the description through data weather, and inside this we have a description, sorry, zeroth index inside this. This needs to become in the single quotes, and then we have the property called a description. So after getting the description, we will get the temperature of the city. We can make a variable here, temperature, and we can say temperature. We can get this using data main property, and then we have got this temp value here. So this will get the temperature, and after this we need to get the wind speed. So we will declare this variable here, which is WND SPD, wind speed. And for getting the wind speed, we will use the syntax like this, data, then we will get the wind property, and then we will get the speed property, wind speed. So after getting all these values, we need to display this on the screen. This is very easy. We will just say, we will say city dot inner HTML, and this will equal to, we need to construct here weather. So we can write here multiple lines. So weather of, and then we can say weather of, we can wrap this inside span tag, and then we can give dynamic name to it, which is place the dynamic variable, close the span tag. So this will say weather of Delhi is. So after printing out the city name, we need to put the temperature. So we will simply say here temperature dot inner HTML. So temp dot inner HTML, and this will be equal to, if you just see, let me just wait, let me write it. This will be equal to temperature. So we need to convert this temperature to Celsius. So for this we will write a method. So inside span we will call a method here which is simply conversion. So inside this we will pass the variable which is holding the temperature, which is actually temperature here, like this. So this will calculate it using this function. So we will attach a Celsius to it, C, after this. So right here, after this we will attach C, and we will close the span tag. That's it. We will close the span tag. Now we need to write this function, which is very simple. Converton. I think we need to write it at the very top. Description converton. I think this is a function which is there inside JavaScript. Let me just search this converton function in JavaScript. If you go to the video description link, I have written a complete blog post here on my website. So this will give you the full source code of the application if you want to. So in the video description, I have given all the source code. So basically this is a function I'm talking about. So simply you need to write this function here. Simply define it. Let me define it outside this. So right here we can define it. So basically it takes the Kelvin value and it converts to Celsius. So it converts the Kelvin temperature into Celsius so that we can display it on the screen. So it just minus 273 from the temperature, and it convert to the temperature value. So after this we need to write our description. So here we can simply say description dot inner HTML. So this will be equal to, description will be equal to sky condition. Sky conditions will be equal to the span tag, close the span tag, and inside this we will put the sky conditions which are there. So this will have our description tag, description, that's it. And after this span tag, we will have to print out the wind speed. So printing out wind here, we will say wind inner HTML. So this will equal to the wind speed, and this will be equal to wind speed. Again a span tag, and close the span tag, and inside this we will print out our wind speed. That's it. So let me see. 6 people are watching the stream, guys. So if you are new to the channel, then please hit the like button, subscribe the channel as well. So the variable is WND. wind speed, that's it. And here we need to concatenate kilometer per hour, that's it. So if any sort of error take place, guys, so we can catch this using dot catch. So here simply we can say dot catch. So if any sort of error take place, so here we can say, simply say, I think dot then dot catch. Sorry, I think this semicolon is not there. Dot catch. So if any sort of error take place, we will simply say here your city name is not correct. So in the alert, we will say simply you have entered wrong city name. That's it. So please hit the like button, guys, if you're watching it for the very first time. And now the application is complete. If I launch this application, if I enter a city name which is Delhi, and now you can see that, guys, it will tell me the information: weather of Delhi, sky conditions haze, temperature is this, wind speed is this. I can change this to, let's suppose, Christchurch. Any city of the world you can submit. Christchurch, you can see that. Sydney, if I want to, you can see that. New York, if I click submit. So now I need to simply style this application so that it become this application right here. So we need to style this application. So I will style it live for you. So just I will make this window as it is like this so that you can see in live how the styling works, how the CSS works for this application. So for this we will make a separate file for this. So right here after the title you can just say link relative style sheet href style.css. So right here you can make a inside our style.css. Let me remove all the code here. Now it is empty right now. So we will now apply the styles here step by step. So just see how it is doing the CSS part. So first of all, guys, we will inside this we will remove the margin for all the elements. So we will say star margin will be 0, padding will be 0. So if you do this right here, all the you can see all the margin and the padding is gone. And one other property, we will say box sizing to border box. So you can see now we will change the background color of the body to light blue. So we will simply say background property, background color will be equal to this color, which will be 44 8A FF. This is a color. You can see that sky blue color. Sorry, F. This is a color here. And after this, guys, we will target the container fluid class. And inside this, guys, we will give it the fixed width, fixed height. So the width will be simply 410 pixel. Height will be, sorry, margin will be 50 pixel. Auto, this will center it. You can see that it is centering it. And we will give it a padding of 10 pixel. So you can see now we have centered it and given a padding of 10 pixel. After this, guys, we need to style the inputs. So we will say inputs. We have given a class to it. So first of all, we will give it a padding of 2ME, 2EM. Sorry, this will be REM 0 to REM 0. Put a semicolon. We will align the heading in the center position by text align center. We will justify content to also center, and we will change the background color of the input field to white. You can see that now we have changed the input field background. You can see that it is changed to white. After this, we will target the input fields, targeted input fields here. Inside this, we have an input field of type is equal to text. So basically, we are targeting the input field where the user has written the city name. So inside this, what we need to do is that first of all, we need to change the height of this to 3.5 rem. We need to provide a fixed width to it of 20 rem. We will change the background color to this color, which is 212121 212121. So this is blackish color. You will see that it has changed to font weight. We will change to bold. Font size we will change to 1.1 rem. Then we have the padding, which is 10 pixel. We will remove the border, which is none, and after that we will make the background color as transparent. So no background will be there. You will see it is the background is transparent, so it is having the black border color. So after this we need to give it a border here, which will be 2 pixels solid, and this color, which is equal to C2, C2 and C2. This is a color. You will see that the color has changed here of this border. And then we got the border radius property, so this will be equal to 2 pixel, and margin from the right position will be 4 pixel. So that's it. This is the styling for the input field. Now we will target the button, submit button. So again, this will be simple. We will now have to have the type parameter will be submit instead of text. So type will be equal to submit. So inside this, again we need to change the height to 3.2 rem. We will change the width property to 6.5 rem, and then we will change the background color to this color, which is simply 0a67. 6 people are watching the stream, guys, so first of all, like the stream. So you can see if I show you this button, it has got the background color of blue color. You can see that. Let me show this button to you. You can see this is a submit button that we are targeting it. So background color has been changed. Font font weight property I will change to bold. Color I will change to white. I will change the font size property to 1.2 rem, and then I will give the margin from the top position by using margin top to 20 pixel, and I will remove the border by none, and I will provide a border radius to 2 pixel. That's it. So on the right hand side, you can see we are styling this. You can see how it is styling. So after this, we will use our display class. So basically, if I write the city name, So how this information is displayed. So you can see it is displaying right how it is not a very good condition here. So we need to style it. So we have given a class of it to display class. So dot display, and inside this, first of all, we need to align it in the center position. So text align will be center, and we will be giving a fixed width to it of 400 pixel. And then we will have this text color, which will be equal to this color, which is hexadecimal color, which is 16A864. This is a color. So this is the background color. You can see that. After this, we will text color. We will use the wrapper class. So inside this wrapper class, we will remove the margin 0, 9 rem. Background color will change to this color, which is white. Again, this will have a white color background. You will see we will change the height to a larger value, which will be 45 view height. So you can see that. Now we will give some margin from the top position 50 pixel, and then we will center it by auto property. So this will get center, and then we will give it a border radius property of 2 pixel. So now it has some border radius as well. So after this, we will style the heading here. You will see heading is not looking good. So for styling the heading, we will say dot wrapper. Inside it, we have the h2 heading. And now to style this, we will give it a padding of 5 pixel 0. So we will align this inside center position. We will change the background to this color, which is equal to 0548B5. This is the color, bluish color, and the color will change to white. Text color will change to white here. You will see the color has changed to white here. You will see white color is there. So we will also change the font family, which is equal to sans serif. So after this, we will target the paragraph p tag, paragraph tag, all these tags which you are seeing here. We need to style it. So we will give it a margin of 20 pixel and 50 pixel, and then we will give it a margin from the right position. So this will be equal to 20 pixel. We will align this inside the left position. So text align left. You can see that. And we will change the color property to this color, which is a hexadecimal color 04214C. This is the color, the blackish color, and font size will change to larger size, which is 23 pixel. So now you can see that it has changed to. Now basically we will see just have the span tag, which is ready. We will have the span tag wrapper. Inside h2 we have the span tag. We will just style this. We will also change the font size of 26 pixel. So now you can see it has changed to larger size, and the color I will change to this color, which is 9BEEFB. This is the color. So if I just don't write anything, let me show you the span message. If I don't write anything, you have entered wrong city name. If I write Delhi, you can see. So Also, one thing is remaining, dot wrapper paragraph, and inside this we have the span tag. So if you target this, we also need to change the color of this, which will be equal to 90006E, and font size will be 25 pixel. So if you are watching the stream for the very first time, guys, please hit the like button, subscribe the channel. So this is your application, which is weather finder kind of a application using Open Weather API. So basically, if you plug any sort of city here, it will give you the weather. Let me provide Mumbai here. Click submit, and weather of Mumbai you will see. Sky conditions, temperature, wind speed, all this information will be available to you. If you want to get all the source code of this application, you can go to the video description link. I have given all the source code in the video description. So just go to the video description link if you want to get all the information. Let me remove this. Delhi. And if you have any sort of question, you can ask in the comment section. I will be happily want to reply to you. Some questions have taken place, so let me answer those questions. How you are doing great job, sir. I could consume a REST API made in Spring Boot as a .NET Core client. Excellent presentation. Hi bro, do you know how to send email with HTML template from JS? Yeah, definitely. I will make a tutorial on this, how to send an email with the customized HTML and CSS template. And also I will make a video on this, how to consume a REST API using Spring Boot. Is this API free? Yes, it is free API, and the live chat replay is not working. Yeah, it is not working. So thanks very much guys for watching this video. If you like this, dude, you are a very noob developer. Okay, it is very nice to comment from you. So I take all the comments from all the viewers. So if you're thinking I'm very new, try to do some better coding. Okay, I will be keeping this in mind in my future videos. So it is a very healthy criticism by you. So I will take this on a very lighter note. So thanks very much for watching this video, guys, and I will be seeing you in the next stream.